Hey guys, let me just I'm using my phone today, so it's a little bit weirder. I'm not used to using my phone. But anyways, welcome to Mindset Monday on a Tuesday. We're in the twilight zone. So I wanted to share something with you guys for this edition of Mindset Monday. So first of all, a little story about how this kind of came about, and I promise I will do the Boundary Mindset Monday sometime soon. It's just things keep popping up that I think are way more important for you guys to hear as a collective as I get your guys' feedback, which is kind of like how I do things. So anyways, a little bit of a background to this phrase of like needing a vacation from your vacation, and why most people don't give themselves the grace to do that. So, I've said this before, I need a vacation from my vacation, but I really didn't kind of like integrate this and give myself the opportunity to take that time for me. So 2 weeks, and this is why you didn't see me last weekend here. 2 weekends ago, I went on a camping trip with some friends. So it was supposed to be, this very, naturey kind of experience. We didn't expect a lot of people there. Well, this campground was absolutely ridiculously full. And I mean, like, it felt like Woodstock 99. I don't know if any of you guys were there. If you were, give me a like or something. Woodstock 99, this is what it reminded me of, because there was so many people there. There were people like all the way out into this like random field which they probably own, but it's not meant for the actual camping. So that's to say there was a lot of people there. Well, for me, that is, it was cool in the moment, I guess a little bit, but we were still able to kind of like stay in our little like campground area with just the people I came with. So we were able to social distance, but there was a lot of energy coming in and out of it because we were kind of like in a thoroughfare. So all of that to say, it took like every ounce of energy that I had out of me because there were so many people, and I tend to pick up other people's energies. And there's a reason for it, which I am working on under the surface or behind the scenes to bring to my clients. I'm studying this thing called Human Design and Gene Keys, which has the answer to everything, like why my energy just kind of like flows, or not my energy flows. I take on a lot of other people's energy, which is all in my design, but that's besides the point. So knowing this, that I tend to take on other people's energies because I don't have these, what's called defined centers to fuel my energy. So I'm just kind of like predisposed to take on other people's energies. Well, with that amount of people and all the partying that was going on, I mean, don't get me wrong, I was drinking, I was, loving life. But at the end of it, I was so depleted that's when the phrase, oh man, I need a vacation from that vacation, because I could not get my energy back on track. And I refused to show up for you guys and with you guys with my energy depleted and with my energy being off. So that is why you didn't see me last weekend or last Monday. So by giving, that's one of the things about being a business owner. Like, we're allowed to, we have the luxury of taking a vacation from our vacation. If we let ourselves do that, that's the question. And I urge you guys to, it took me probably I also had a childhood friend in, so I was spending a lot of time with her and her family as well when I wasn't recharging. For me, recharging means just being by myself. It's always been that way ever since I was little. My parents know this. I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything like that. I need to be alone, and I sleep a lot to recharge. That's when my body recharges the best. So I'm giving you this information so that hopefully you guys will recognize that in yourself, because if you're showing up with your energy depleted or your energy off, you're not serving anybody. people aren't going, because right now in the universe, like we just instinctively know when somebody's energy is off and when somebody's not being authentic. So, and I just refuse to play that game anymore. So I want you guys to be able to give yourself, there's this craziest little bug right here, to give yourself the grace to be able to give yourself that energy, or give yourself that grace, so that when you do show up, you're showing up at a level that is a higher frequency. If you're in those lower frequency, your energy's depleted. Like I said, people are going to know that, and they're not going to resonate with you. So you're kind of wasting your time anyway. So I started off trying to force some work in, and it was shit. Like, so I'm like, okay, Christy, like, what's going on here? And it was just like, my body told me that I needed to rest. So that's what I did. So I want you guys to be able to, even if you have to schedule that in, if you're going to be around a lot of people, schedule that couple days afterwards to replenish yourself, and so you can show up better and with a higher frequency, so that you can call in your higher frequency clients. What happens if you're just creating content to create content, you're going to call in your lower frequency clients, which means like they're going to be shitty clients. They're going to be really needy. They're going to be combative, and it's just going to leave you like bitter and resentful and frustrated. And I don't want that for any of you guys. So like the money part of it is kind of even secondary to that. Like, you're not going to make the money that you should be making if you're coming from these lower frequency states. So what starts to happen though, in those times that we're giving ourselves the time and space that we need to recuperate our energy, what happens is we start to shit talk ourselves. So yeah, that's me all the way. And I started to do that, and I recognized that I was doing that. So previously, you hear all this stuff online, like you should be doing this, you should be doing that, like show up every day, and it's all really just bullshit. Unless you have that like energy type. I'm not that energy type. So I actually bring in my best clients when I'm silent, when I'm just kind of there doing my thing. So what happens with this negative self-talk is it just goes deeper and deeper and deeper. And this is where like somebody told me, like somebody sent me like, and bless her heart. Oh, I am South now. I just said bless her heart. Even though I was really appreciative that she, sent this to me. It was like a list of affirmations to like get myself out of the funk. When in reality, I didn't need to get myself out of any funk. I needed to let myself rest. I needed to like recalibrate myself after that experience. So, I think, and I've kind of always, like I've tried affirmations before, but to me, like they're just bullshit, because I'm not a statement kind of person. I am a question answerer. So whether you're asking that question to other people or you're asking that question to yourself, and that's where a lot of the negative self-talk comes in, because, the answers that you give yourself can be very detrimental, because they usually fall in line with one of two things. The first one being, what's wrong with me? Like, why am I feeling this way? And what happens is you instantly start to find things. You instantly start to think of all the possibilities that could possibly be wrong with you. And it's so unfair to yourself. Like, stuff you never even thought about yourself will suddenly like spring into your consciousness. And then you're going to like ruminate on all this stuff. And it's just going to take you further down in your quest to replenish yourself. The other thing about questions is, if you're not asking what's wrong with me, you tend to go, what's wrong with them? What's wrong with everybody else? So what's going to happen is you're going to start to project that on them. So you're either asking a question to yourself, or you're asking a question like, what's wrong with other people? So what I want you to think about is, and comment here, because this is something I usually like keep with my clients. So, but this is so important. So I want you to think about how many questions still remain when it's not about you or them. Like, what other questions come up after that? So, well, I won't go into like the possibilities of questions because they're your own to deal with. But if you're not going to do affirmations, which I hate affirmations, I'm way better. I serve myself and I serve my clients way better if I'm asking myself quality questions. So it's not about me or them. So I ask myself questions like, how did I get 5 dream clients this week or this month or this week? Like, how did I get this much income over this period of time? Those are the kinds of questions that I want you to be asking yourself, especially if you're in this kind of space of replenishment, of giving yourself grace, of just replenishing your energy, because there's gifts in that replenishment if you let yourself go there without shit talking yourself the whole time, because it doesn't serve anybody. So the quality, I want to hear from you. What are some questions that you can be asking yourselves about how did I do this? Because the questions themselves are, the questions about yourself and the questions about other people, they're very powerful. So I want to hear, what kinds of questions can you be asking yourself to promote healthy self-talk? What questions still remain when it's not about the negative of you or the negative of them? So I want you guys to think about that today, because this is so powerful in looking for possibilities. So that's what I want you to be looking for, are possibilities, because we're almost like socially programmed to think about these negative questions, asking questions in a negative way. We're asking them in a powerful way are way more important and productive for your well-being and the well-being of your clients and what you are projecting out to the world. So I want to hear from you. What are some questions that and maybe in the comments, if you guys are interested, if you guys are interested in this, I'll share some of my questions that I kind of ask myself daily in the morning, so that I can answer myself, because affirmations have never worked for me. So I'll save those for the comments if I get some people kind of engaging in this and wanting to get specific questions, or set your specific questions up so that they're productive and not there to like destroy your self-talk and your self-worth. So I hope you guys enjoyed your Mindset Monday on a Tuesday, Twilight Zone, and I will talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.